Hello everybody and welcome to the review of inequalities. Before we go ahead and actually start solving inequalities, we need to recall how to write our final answer. When we solve inequalities, we write the final answer using boundary notation. This is also sometimes referred to as interval, because it tells you the interval which the solution is on. When we have open boundaries, what that means is that the endpoints are not included. We use parentheses. Okay. In an inequality, when you have greater than or less than, that is when we use parentheses. It's not equal to, so it's not included. Okay. When we have closed boundaries, we want to include the endpoints, and in that case, we go ahead and use brackets. So in terms of inequalities, that would mean we have a greater than or equal to or a less than or equal to sign. The end points or the end numbers are included. So the way we show that is brackets. And then we're going to be working with infinities. So if we have positive infinity or negative infinity, we always use parentheses. Okay. The reason we use parentheses is because you can never actually be infinity. When you think of the largest possible number you could think of, there's still one bigger. And since you cannot actually be that number, that's why we use parentheses. Okay. So here's a little example of some. We have -3 is less than or equal to x is less than or less than 9. So we're going to put this into boundary or interval notation. When we are doing boundary or interval notation, we always write the smaller number. So we do small number, comma, big number. So this is nice. As we read from left to right, -3 is smaller than 9. And now we're closed at -3. Once again, the reason I know I'm closed is because I'm equal to, so I put a bracket there. And then we are not equal to 9, so that one is a parenthesis. So here is -3 is less than or equal to x is less than 9 in interval notation. The next one, it's a set of numbers less than or equal to 5. I only see one number, and I told you have to have two, so we have to figure out what's our other number. One thing that might help is if we go ahead and graph this. I'm going to put the number 5 on here. If I'm less than or equal to 5, I am equal to 5, so that means, remember, close circle. And then to be numbers less than 5, we're going to the left. So if I continue to go all the way to the left, that is negative infinity. So I would have negative infinity, comma, 5. Now, can you actually be negative infinity? No, so we use parenthesis. And then when I get to 5, it is equal to, so bracket because it is included. So here is my interval notation for that example. Sometimes we have more than one inequality. And so if I go ahead and look at this number line, there are two inequalities. I have this one, which is x is less than or equal to -2. And I have this example, which is x is greater than 5. They are both part of my solution set. And since there's more than one, or whenever there's more than one, you use the union symbol to write them all out. Okay, so let's put this into interval or boundary notation. So if we are less than -2, we got negative infinity, comma, -2. Can't be infinity, so we got parenthesis. It is equal to -2, so bracket. And now, in order to add the second piece, I do union to kind of bring them all together. That's a bad U, my bad. There we go. And then open circle, so parenthesis, 5, comma, we're going to positive infinity. And so this whole thing is my compound inequality written out. So compound means more than one thing, putting them together. Okay. So there's our little review on how to write in boundary or interval notation. In the next few videos, we are going to go ahead and review some inequalities that you guys have covered before. And the first one will be linear equations and absolute value. Then we are going to go ahead and solve, what do we got next? Polynomials, so like your quadratics or your cubics. And then the third type of inequality we're going to go ahead and solve are rational inequalities. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that in the upcoming videos.